at Millennium Place. August 2020. People mill around. Two young women are chatting.
Can you see me? Oh. Can you see me?
A young man walks across, his hoodie pulled up over his head. He looks at the floor. Shoulders hunched. He strides across and away.
Don't you stay out here all day? Don't you ever just wonder what you would be if you could be anything? Like if you had total faith that you could be something, and it'd be like you could be really good at it.
You go sit into a park, do nothing for a bit.
Like right now, here, I could just be a busker, you know? I think I could do it.
AJ jumps to his
Play
feet.
an instrument.
Yeah, but it wouldn't even matter though, would it? Like, how many buskers do you see in Cov? Thing is, I could play flipping spoons, but the thing is, I could be good at it. All I'd have to do is just stand there. You all right, mate? How's it going?
He pretends to play a
Want me to
guitar.
play something to cheer you up, that kind of thing?
You're acting weird.
But that's it, though. I'm not acting. The flipping theatre's closed, and it's everyone else that's flipping weird right now.
Yeah, but you know why, though?
I was into what we were doing, you know? Like, I was really good. And we were meant to be putting on this massive show this year, like this really big show, and I would have been playing one of the lead parts.
Hey, proper thespian.
They fist
If
bump.
I was still doing it, it would be so much easier to tell Mum and Dad about what I wanted to do next year, you know?
Just tell them. Auntie Mandip loves a bit of drama and that.
They just don't get it, V.
Okay, I'm just saying that...
Are you on their side? Can't you see how out of order they're being? We've been locked up for flipping, I don't know, and now they keep going on about Nanny and her ingredients for a good life. Is what's happened good?
I don't know, Ajay. Maybe they just want what's best for you and your sister.
I don't want to be in the house with them for another second, that's all I know.
Hey, you know that your mum doesn't look like her usual self.
She puts her hand on his arm. He pushes it off. Their phones beep. They both stare at the screens.
It's our guy.
Yeah,
Wait, he says he's been missing.
for days.
And he didn't take anything with him, not even his phone. And you know how Sergei is about his phone.
Yeah, every day Googling some other poem.
Literally obsessed.
No one has seen him since first day night.
Oh man, this is flipping weird. Usually when I see these missing people things on social media, it's sad, yeah, but it's not like someone we know.
Look, that's from when we went to go hang out.
He shows her on his phone.
You remember? We just sat there and watched the sunset.
I think I need to go home. If my mum's seen this, she's going to be bare stressing, man.
Yeah. Maybe she...
Michaela runs in. She signs and they interpret.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Is his dad all right?
Oh. You text his dad to see if it's okay to send it. Safe. Look, I was actually about to go home, so...
I've just had another argument with my family, so I'm game for doing something.
Michaela signs, we need everyone. Sir Guy's missing and he wasn't in a good place. He told me he was feeling, I don't know, freaked out.
He was feeling freaked out.
And I kept telling him to tell his dad. He didn't want him to have anything else to stress about because he's basically driving delivery vans non-stop every day and
Dad's been
night.
driving delivery vans non-stop every day and night.
He was sending me some weird messages.
Weird messages? Like what?
Michaela pulls her phone out of her pocket.
I'm not lost, you know.
Sir Guy's voice.
I'm not even broken.
Michaela signs.
I'm just in pieces. All over this place. See me in you, and you in me. See me outside the gates. See, then T. Then what?
Was that the last message?
And no one has seen him since.
This year's been a lot. Look, what's there not to be stressed about? People we know getting sick and people we don't know flipping out about whether it's real or not.
Yeah, and the people we look up to just...
Maybe we'll become... Is it coming for us, too?
Who is she meant to say it to, then? Are people still expecting us to be blabbing about things to our parents or our aunties and our uncles? Mum said that we must know that we have family. That Uncle Leon and Auntie Susie are like proper family too, but I do talk to them. Oh, that's just long.
Yeah, it's like no one cares. I mean, I tried to tell my mum everything, but...
Hey, that's harsh.
I get it. You're worried. All right, what do you want us to do? You started to go somewhere to talk to people.
But his dad doesn't know who or where it was.
Michaela continues to sign.
Oh, my cousins. Oh, yeah, they got a car. Drive us around.
This is proper, like... This is Sir Guy. He's like the only solid one of us.
Of course, he's our friend, yeah.
Hey, hey, hey. Are you all right, Michaela?
You seem a little bit... Okay, we'll help you, Michaela. I've got to check your call, yeah? Yeah.
All right, there's photos of places he walked.
On his phone? All right, you got to tell us if this gets too much for you, yeah?
Let's go, come on.
Michaela charges off, AJ shrugs and follows, and V runs
Michaela,
after
wake
them.
up!
They're running fast. Heading for Eden Girls' School. We lose sight of them as they charge ahead. Through the underpass under the ring road. Where the ground's been landscaped with concrete mounds, large rocks, patches of cobbles. On down the path, first leaves of autumn beginning to fall. approaching a main road. Eden School is across the road. Behind black iron railings.
I would describe Eden Girls' School as smart.
I would describe Eden Girls' School as compassionate,
lively,
welcoming, inspirational,
Helpful.
encouraging.
One way faith guides me is that it gives me a purpose in my life, and that if things go wrong, I know there's a better plan and I should just have trust in God.
It makes us unique because we know that God has a plan for us, a specific plan for us, that's only for us, and everyone else has their own plan. It makes us feel special and it guides your life, because once you're happy with yourself, you're not going to be like, oh, I can't do this. You're actually going to try stuff, and yeah. One thing I would like people to know about Islam is that everyone's treated equally, no matter your gender, your religion, yeah. And because in nowadays, like in this generation, people are still not treated equally, like females and males are treated differently, and Islam had equality from a really long time ago.
One thing I would like to tell people about Islam is that it's a religion of justice and it's fair, but when you can't just take things out, there's context for it as well to understand it.
Faith to me brings me reassurance in my life, stability, and just a sense of liberty, and it's very liberating for me to have something to believe in and to put my trust in.
Faith has a role in Eden Girls' School by we do prayers in the start of every lesson and at the end, so you remember God, and every Friday we have Jummah prayer in our classes, and we all just sit down and listen and reflect on.
Being a young Muslim girl in Coventry can be difficult at times. However, there is a very strong sense of community within the city, and it's just very easy to get support when you need, and also to look up to many role models that we're very blessed to have in the city. So although it might be difficult, it is very easy to overlook that and think of the positives, because there are many when you live in Coventry.
Faith brings into my life something special, unique, that shows that everyone can be treated equally, no one can be treated differently because of who they are. Because culture and stereotypes don't represent who you are. Your characteristics and your actions determine who you are.
Faith brings to my life, let's say, peace and getting submission to God. And faith brings that we can't judge others without knowing them. We might be not perfect like that as we're judging them differently. We don't know that God might love that person we judge more than us. No one is perfect.
The change I would like to see Coventry is more productivity, meaning more ways we could express our faith and culture as well, because not faith alone, just culture as well involved, and how we can end the stereotypes and misunderstanding, because when people have different views, they're not they're not exposed to the right information, they're exposed to the false information, the fake news about it. And what also I'd like to see a change is having more events like the city culture, so we can understand everyone, and we don't have this idea of not judging someone without knowing them. As in a video I've been watching, don't judge a book by its cover.
Michaela runs up, followed by V and AJ. She looks at her phone.
It's not exactly where I thought he'd come.
Sometimes you love to state the obvious, you know that.
What I'm just saying. Forget it, man.
Sorry, man, I'm just getting hungry, man.
Michaela, are you sure it's this school?
Michaela signs she's sure.
Wait, hold up. I remember now he mentioned something about meeting someone at the school once. I thought it was a bit weird.
Yeah, 'cause it's a girls' school. And the only girls that come here are Muslim.
Wrong, actually. It is an Islamic ethos school. So any girl can come here. Any girl of any background. Just as long as they're up for those values. Mum told me that.
Oh, wait, so your mum does know some stuff then?
Whatever. Well, so it's closed anyway, so we should probably go look for him. We should probably go look for him somewhere else.
CT, a middle-aged man.
Don't tag here, please.
We weren't tagging nothing.
He points at them. They look each other up and down. CT comes towards them.
I've got the perfect place if you do want to do any tagging.
What?
There's a place around the back. I change the boards there every day, so if anyone wants a tag, they can. And when it's filled up, I move it and get the next board out. It's like my own little private art collection.
That's actually amazing.
Yo, I wouldn't mind having a go.
Yeah, man, I've been wanting to show you my new tag style.
Well, why don't we start by introducing ourselves? Old-fashioned, I know.
I'm B. This is Ajay, and this is Michaela. We're looking for our friend.
Everyone calls me CT. I'm caretaker at the school. Get it?
Yeah.
He's gone missing.
Young lad, that was on the news this morning. I think I know who you mean. May God help you find him, inshallah.
Yes, Sir Guy.
Oh, I don't know Sir Guy. The boy I'm thinking of is called Adam. May God bless him.
No, that's who we mean. Sorry, we call him Sir Guy because... Yeah, man.
Yo, it's honestly, it's legendary.
The whole school was talking about it for days.
Yo, it's such a mad thing.
So?
We were in history class.
Yeah, basically known as the most boring subject on the planet.
And it was all about this man from back in the day called Sir Guy. And the teacher was trying to tell us about how this Sir Guy was always putting the needs of other people before himself.
Yeah, and I don't know why, but the class just couldn't believe it. Like, why would you always put others before yourself? Anyway, we were having this boring conversation about it because mostly everyone just thought it was a joke or a lie. Like, no one ever puts themselves before others these days. People literally fight each other in the shop during the sales. Oh, yeah. So, listen to this. Yeah, so she's in next to him, right? Yeah, and he just jumps on the table and he just keeps reciting this poem. And he keeps going until break time.
There. It's the beat of human nature. Pure bass and all this stress is air. We've got big things coming and you'll all see later. From now, just call me Sir Guy.
Sir Guy, unseen.
And he didn't even get into trouble or anything for standing on the table.
No, he didn't.
Well, you know, we met because one day he was riding past and he saw me carrying some heavy boxes and he offered to help me.
CT.
I said that I couldn't allow that because of, social distancing, but he stayed and we talked. You see, in my faith, to be a good Muslim is to be close to God. To be a good neighbour is one of the ingredients for a good life, for a strong community. Anyway, I'm here every day for a couple of hours checking on things, and he would come by and we would talk. He's a good boy. I could talk to him about Allah, Islam, about my faith, about how it keeps me steady when the world turns the wrong way sometimes. I would even talk to him about Hajj.
What's that?
It's a pilgrimage that Muslims take to Mecca once a year.
He liked to talk about that. He always said he was looking for something.
Like what? Is that why he kept coming back here?
He was looking for something bigger. It's hard to explain, but I think what he was looking for was his own pilgrimage here in Coventry.
Wait, did you know my nanny, Mandeep? Have you read her list thingy?
No, I don't think so.
Ah, cool. It's just how they know everyone in it. It freaks me out a little bit.
He used to read me his poetry too.
Oh my days, Michaela, read us the poem he sent you again.
Michaela gets out her phone.
I'm not lost,
Hands
you know.
it to V.
I'm not even broken. I'm just in pieces.
She
all
signs,
over this
V
place.
reads.
See me and you. See you and me. See me outside the gates. C, then T, then what? C, then T. This is CT.
No way, the poem was a clue.
You know, if his first poem was a clue about me, maybe the poem he gave me is a clue too?
True.
He gave me this last week.
CT holds out a paper.
Let me sleep, they say. Let me rest.
He reads.
Let me cover my worries with your kindness. Let me be in your light.
Let me know that I was once loved. Let me know that this could be home.
You know, I did say it might help if he went to see if helping other people might make him feel better. Find that feeling he was looking for.
CT signs as he's speaking.
I can take you to where I sent him.
Yes, please.
Definitely.
Right. You know, I had to find my place in Coventry too. Don't worry. Maybe this is his pilgrimage. I'll just go and get my bicycle.
He runs off.
What do you mean if it's too late?
Yeah, what are you saying that for?
Michaela, what is going on for you?
Michaela signs.
Hey, look, he ain't no random, okay?
Hey, look, Michaela, we really care. How can this be your fault?
Your generation truly astounds me.
CT comes back.
Oh, you told him you didn't want to go out that one night? Hey, look, we're all feeling weird about being out again and seeing people, and I get it. Your family want to protect you and you're scared. That's not why he's missing, Michaela.
Hey, yo, I can't
He hugs
sign in it.
Michaela.
I'm just not as good at it as V is, man.
AJ.
Ready when you are. Allah will make it easy for us to find him. I have faith in Allah to light our way.
What is this music?
Disco. Surely you know disco.
Man, old people's music.
AJ strikes a disco pose.
Oh, let's go.
He jumps on his bike and rides off. The others run after him. They run down the road. Turning left onto the main road. The audience follows. AJ, V and Michaela walk across a car park.
Oh yes, it was about tea time, sort of 6, 7 o'clock-ish. It cheered right up. Absolutely chucked down where we were. So fortunately, we took some photographs by then outside. And I think one of the kids got stuck under one of the trees, but he didn't mind getting wet. And it wasn't
The audience follows. V and Michaela consult her phone. They're looking at Google Maps.
Don't look at me with so much loving in your eyes. I don't want to hurt you, but I don't want to lie. You order coffee while I take in some air. We keep on talking, but I'm not really there, 'cause suddenly the world has changed. I notice people walking hand in hand. I see them kissing and I don't know what to do. The sky is blue.
Michaela shakes her head.
Out of love with you.
V shakes hers.
I tried to tell you, but the words are hard to find. You look so happy.
AJ's face is tense.
You be unkind. You stroke my face and run your fingers through my hair. I know I'll miss you the moment you're not there, but suddenly the world has changed. The sun is brighter than it was before.
V beckons them. She walks forward and they follow her. She and Michaela consult. And walk in the direction they've agreed. They arrive at the Harnell Lifehouse.
Run by the Salvation Army. We don't have to go in, do we?
Why are you saying it like that?
It's okay. I think that's what Adam was...
Sir Guy.
Sir Guy. Sir Guy didn't think he'd like it either, but he started to help out with bits of clearing up, just volunteering to get things ready for people staying there.
Staying where?
Well, people sleep here too.
And Adam was coming here to help out when he wasn't at home?
Yes, but he's also performing his poetry sometimes too. Look, we can't all wait here, or we can't all go in, so I'll go and have a look around and ask if they've seen him.
On the pavement are piles of bags of old clothing.
Why didn't you just tell us about all this stuff that was going on?
Yeah, why would he want to do
CT
this?
runs off.
Why would he want to come here? It's not like we know any homeless people.
Oh, what, so we can only help people we know?
Why are you trying to start a fight with me?
I'm not, it's just... I feel really depressed when I think about how much we have and how little people in here have, you know?
So many families breaking down during this pandemic. But most people in there still see the good in others.
Suti's back.
Look, sorry, I didn't mean to, you know, obviously I don't think that I'm better or anything.
Why do you all look so worried? Imagine if places like this didn't exist. Imagine if there was no way providing shelter for those that are lost in the world. I would not be a good Muslim. We would not be a good mosque if we did not provide and share what we can. Inshallah.
Michaela.
Where is he?
Signs.
He is not here. But I said I would help sort out these bags of clothes. You carry on without me if you like.
I'll help.
V.
That is very kind of you.
V goes to help him sort through the bags. Michaela marches off. AJ helps.
Where's all this stuff come from?
People donate it.
What, rich people?
No, ordinary people. Ordinary people who can afford to. They give all this stuff so that others don't go without. And we wouldn't be open without ordinary people. The volunteers turning up day in, day out to do their bit. Clean that bed, make that bed, clean that loo, fold those clothes, pack that life left behind. Be a shoulder or an ear. Keep an eye out, listen with care. Serve up a meal and a hot drink. Offer a biscuit and a blanket or two. Never judge. And if you can, no questions. Open your mind, speak with your heart. Give something, give one thing.
That's kinda
heroic. Yeah, it is.
Michaela comes back. She signs.
Did they speak to him recently?
No. Nobody has seen him. But nobody was surprised. What you young people have been through so far, it needs time. So many young people have fallen through the cracks, literally. And you all have friends that you need to look out for, and you all need your friends to look out for you, but...
But what?
Sometimes maybe you don't have all the answers, and maybe your parents don't have all the answers either.
Yeah, so why did they pretend to you then?
Are they pretending or protecting? It's a matter of perspective.
That's what I keep trying to tell you, Ajay.
What? Why are you saying that?
Because I'm sick of pretending.
V.
Look, your granddad died. And you won't even talk to anyone about it, not even me, your best mate.
Yeah, there's nothing to say, really.
There is, though. You were really close. Remember, your big B, your Nana G. Bell Beer.
Don't say his name!
We all grieve differently, and for some, saying goodbye takes years.
How are we meant to even deal with him being gone if we didn't even get to say goodbye? 1 minute, he's there. And the next minute, I hate everything that did to us. And our mum is just crying all the time, and I don't want to hear it. Even Dad's just constantly on Zoom to avoid listening to her crying as she makes pakora every dinner because they were his favourites. And Nanny is just looking lost. You know, they were telling me about how when they first arrived and, you know, they met Uncle Leon and Auntie Susie and how Nanaji used to dance around Coventry like it was in his own Bollywood movie and how happy they are and how they used to remember that day like it was yesterday.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah, well, it's not. And anyway, you could talk, V. You're basically a carer for your mum, and I keep telling you to get help, but you won't listen, yeah? I wouldn't say it if we weren't best mates.
One of the volunteers in there knows loads about accessing carer support.
No, don't think she'd like it. Never a stranger in a house or anything like that. No, look, we actually have fun when she's feeling up to it. We watch Saturday TV, we laugh so much. We go for walks all around town and we go blue plaque hunting.
What's that?
Blue plaques are all over the city, like at the theatre where we met. There's one there for Ira Aldridge.
He was the manager of the Belgrave Theatre. He did loads of stuff, like, he was one of them people fighting to abolish slavery.
Look, my mum's the cleverest person I know. She just needs a little help. That's all. It's not like a thing.
Yeah, look,
she looks after me, and I'm looking after her.
I'm not saying that she isn't, yeah? It's just sometimes you need a little bit of help too, yeah? Just Please think about it.
CT holds up his radio.
Does anyone ever wonder where the stars come from?
Radio presenter.
Like, maybe they are eyes looking down, desperate for whatever may come. Maybe the answers aren't up there. Maybe the questions need more air. Who are we? How do we know? What if I see you for more than you see you? Friends, what do you walk past every day and not see?
CT turns the radio down again.
It's another clue.
I have a feeling you're getting closer to him.
Come on, let's go.
Hey, before that, there's something I've got to do real quick. No, it's for my Nana G, yeah? Yo, can I borrow your bike? Safe, bro.
We can wait for you, yeah?
All right, meet me in Swanswell, yeah? I won't be long.
See you in there.
Michaela signs, she's remonstrating.
Michaela, I'm really worried about you. Look, I'm scared too. I'm scared we won't find him. And all I want to do is go home to my mum, and I know I shouldn't be so selfish, but this is all just making me feel so... Oh, but you always have to be right, yeah?
I think we should keep this civil.
Can't you see how rude you've been all day? Fine!
Ladies! My faith teaches me that sometimes you must start from a place of trying to understand what life might look like for other people. We are taught to walk down the street and try to share a bit of the light that burns in you with others. Show kindness, even if you do not see kindness reflected in their eyes. Greet people, even if they are not smiling and greeting you. And it is so amazing what a welcome smile can do to someone's day. I see your fears. I see you.
Two young women
And I'm smiling.
have their backs to each other. V looks round.
Huh?
He smiles a big, cheesy smile.
Come on. Look, I'm smiling. Okay. Look, let's all get to the park and see what Ajay has planned for us, yeah?
The two girls bump fists. Rolling their eyes, they walk away. CT jogs ahead of them. He leads the way. They're heading to Swanswell Park. Michaela checks her phone. The two friends chat in sign language. They cross the road. Down the tree-lined path. Past some outdoor exercise machines.
Can you go down to the guys and play biz, please? I'm not being rude, I'm being firm.
Michaela strides ahead. They approach the big pond. Lots of Canada geese floating on it.
The only good thing about that is it doesn't exactly say who you have to pray to.
Okay. Would you come to this room to pray?
No.
Where do you like to pray?
In my own room. But yeah, I mean, you don't really need somewhere that's actually consecrated ground or whatever you class, like a church or a chapel or something like that, to go and pray. You can pray wherever you are, on a bus or whatever. It's just wherever you feel at peace at the time, or wherever you feel that want for some guidance. And whether it's from your religion where this guidance is coming from, or from your own self-belief in yourself where it's coming from, you sort of like, you'll sit down and you'll think about, okay, I've got a problem. You work your way around it. And that'll be your sort of belief in yourself, because you figured it out and it's no problem. Other times, yeah, you'll struggle to figure something out, but it'll come to you in a couple of days.
Was there ever a time when you were homeless on the streets that you sat and you prayed?
No, there wasn't. There is a point where you're like, you look around, but then if you know how to look around, in every situation you can see something positive. It's like you can walk around the streets on a wet, rainy day and you're looking down on the ground. But what you can see is puddles, and in those puddles there's reflections, and those reflections are looking up. So even though you're looking down, you're actually looking up, and above you is the sky. The rain is turning pebbles under your feet into jewels. You know, you've always got to look on a positive side and outlook at things.
You're saying faith is everywhere then?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's just that people have to know how to find it and where it is. And
people have to be open to finding it?
Yeah.
This darkest night, this coldest point, the sheer bottomless pit that I roam. I look around for you to guide me to a place of comfort I can call home. An alleyway, a cool dark arch, away from those who point and stare. I curl up tight on this coldest night and find that you are there. Eyes so dark they eat the light, as black holes in deepest space. But you have come as a friend this night. I recognise your face. I prayed for help and found you close.
AJ arrives on his bike.
What are we doing here, Ajay?
I'm intrigued.
He gets off, lays the bike down. He's got a carrier bag.
My Nana Ji used to talk about this park being one of the first places he came to when he and Nanny
CT
arrived
picks
in
up the
Coventry.
bike.
Days where Mum and Dad left us with him, he would bring us to the park and feed the swans and give them bread. And you can see how happy he was here. He used to say that there was something ancient here, this was his place. Well, here in the Gurdwara. And he told me that when he died, he wanted me to bring a bit of him here. You know, in Sikh culture, we scatter the ashes of our family into the water so that they will flow out this life undisturbed. So obviously I couldn't get his actual ashes, so I took some jasmine cuttings from his bush thingy and we're going to plant it somewhere here.
That's lovely. I suggest we find a nice quiet spot and do it quickly. I have a reputation, you know.
AJ pulls out a trowel from the plastic carrier bag and goes to a spot of grass nearby. He crouches and starts to dig the earth. V, Michaela and CT stand watching him. The girls gaze sympathetically. AJ crouches down too to help. He takes the trowel. CT holds the jasmine cutting while AJ scoops the soil around it. CT carefully firms the soil about it, and they both stand.
This is for all the people like you. Nana Bir Singh, who came to this country, to this city, and worked hard, and had faith in others, and had the belief in the power of community and dignity, and made this place the best place to live for all of us.
Tears stream down AJ's face.
I will make you proud. Ingredients of a good life. Number 14. We are more than our memories.
V signs his words.
We are nothing less than love.
She puts her hand on AJ's shoulder. He smiles at her. Michaela hugs V. Their phones buzz. V shows AJ. He picks up the bike. The others run off. AJ rides after them. CT running alongside. They head towards the small stone gate out onto the main road. They head for the underpass. Arriving at the underpass, a busker sings. V sits to listen.
Right, come on. Thank you.
AJ stops too.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Michaela looks at her. Michaela sits too. CT stands, arms folded. And AJ joins the girls on the fence. AJ and Michaela chat in sign language.
Daytime or nighttime, it doesn't really matter. Invisible to the eye, but detectable in your guitar. It's finding its way into our psyche. Our manners too.
All three march towards the underpass, followed by CT. Concrete mounds, large rocks, patches of cobbles. A huddled up figure is sitting in the semi-darkness.
Is that you? But what about if it's not him?
Yeah, I mean, like, what about if it ain't him? Like...
Hey, stop.
V marches towards the huddled figure.
I don't know if this is you, Adam, but I want you to know, whoever you are, that you have friends, and your friends are probably looking everywhere for you, just like we're looking for our friend, because we miss him.
She shrugs and
Hey,
turns.
it's someone, all right? We can spend time making them feel good, okay, as well, yeah? 2. Oh, I also grabbed some things from home.
AJ
Told my
gets
mum
out
that I
Tupperware
loved her while I was
containers.
Proud of you, Ajay.
I can leave some food for you.
The huddled figure starts to move and eventually peels back the blanket.
Adam!
Oh my gosh, it's
you!
Oh, bro, you've had a stressed...
Are you okay?
I'm going to let the police know that he has been found.
Safe.
So good to see you, Adam.
He straightens up. CT jumps on the bike and rides off.
Yeah, it was...
You don't have to say anything, you know.
I don't even know why. Like, once I got here, I couldn't move.
They stare at him. He stares back.
You wouldn't leave me alone. Yeah, I've been sat here watching people walk by. And back into that flat, you know, and those walls.
No, we get it.
Michaela signs. You're not alone.
I was losing it. You know, Dad was always out the flat, and sometimes he wouldn't be back all day. I was trying to go and sit outside the shop, but people started to behave really weird with me. Like, some people would have a go at me for wearing a mask. Some days people would shout, "Don't you know you should be indoors?" And most days it felt like something big had just broken, you know, in the universe.
Oh, mate.
Some days these words would just lift out my mouth, you know, and appear on the walls. Just this one word bouncing around my brain over and over, and I wouldn't be able to think of anything else. I tried to talk to people. CT at the school. You know, people at Harnow Lifehouse. Even my dad. He was so tired when he got home, you know, I couldn't put that on him. And these words were still coming in and getting stuck on my head, and I just felt like, you know...
Like nothing makes sense anymore.
AJ.
You know, I didn't know how to tell you this, but I've started praying and going to a church online. And it feels like a community. No one's asking anything of me there. And there's a youth group, and the woman who runs it, she's so kind. They tell me I'm important. And I didn't know I needed that. I need that. I feel lighter. And look, I don't know if I believe in God, but I want to believe in something.
I think that's really amazing, Lee.
AJ.
Really?
Michaela signs. She thinks it's cool too. Look at us all back together.
I knew you would find all the clues.
Sir Guy. Michaela signs and Sir Guy speaks her
Does
words.
anyone ever wonder where the stars come from? Like maybe their eyes looking down, desperate for whatever may come. Maybe the answers aren't up there. Maybe the questions need more air. Who are we? How do we know? What if I see you for more than you see you? Friends. And what do you walk past every day and not see?
Sir Guy smiles and stands. He salutes Michaela. She salutes him back. And they hug.
So, do you want to hear a new poem?
He signs.
It's called I Was Born in Coventry. I didn't finish it though, so I might need you to help me with the ending. Yeah?
He signs his poem. He gets on a boulder. Stands up, tall and proud.
I was born proud and loud in Cov. Saw the first of life here. And my first laugh. It was in these streets that I learned to walk or run. Been thinking since of how to be its favourite son. I was born proud and loud in this place. Wash my face in its water, dance hard to its base. It's hard to imagine where else can hold me, no? Or make good of these dreams that haunt me, like imagine any other neighbourhood. I was born proud and loud under this city's skies. Can take each place and reorganise and alphabetise. Where else can I go that offers me home? Mixing my memories and with those of past places like the Sky Dome.
V speaks. She signs too.
I was born proud and loud in a Coventry draped in blue, where you can find ancient tales and the Jamaican flag in full view. No one can take that away from me. All that I am and all that it holds of my family tree.
AJ takes up the narrative, signing his words. He too jumps on one of the boulders.
I was born proud and loud in Spon End. The next generation working hard. And if you can comprehend, the fullness of my Cov identity and heritage. Spitting bars here and making myself heard on a stage. Woo!
Michaela signs and Sir Guy speaks her words.
All right. I was born proud and loud on Barton Road, but took this city as my own, postcode by postcode. My playground, my roller coaster, my everything. Know it backwards. Also, the best chicken wings.
CT joins them.
I was born proud and loud in a Muslim community. My family's been here since the Queen's Jubilee, sending thoughts and hopes out through 5 daily prayers to a cove my children will grow in to also call theirs.
This is our Coventry, loud and proud. We're blue, we're true, and we're learning fast. Moving towards a future, knowing we have a past.
They all stand tall and come forward. As the audience clap their appreciation, all the actors bow. They clap back. CT signs clapping with his hands. AJ's the last to leave. The actors all walk out of sight. And that's the end of this afternoon's performance of Generation 20.